Hey guys, here playing as Andy, and we are doing a Revoir Snitch combo, and pretty good hand. Been having a lot of fun with this deck. I just really enjoy the money and breakers style gameplay, but also like the twist of getting paid to not access cards. Kind of fun. Up against a Rotom. He knows what I'm gonna say. So yeah, good opening hand. We've got 3 money, which is what you really want to have early on. We'll see if it's an Agroplex. If he has Agroplex, this bank job gets really good. Otherwise, it's kind of meh. Crick, Lotus Field, Wall Static. Okay. It's probably Pop. No, it's probably Lotus. Alright, let's find out. Let's force the res right off the bat. Because we have an extra action because we have the career fair. See if we can get at that Marcus Batty. He's going to let us come for it. Get the Marcus Batty. Perfect. That's what we wanted. So now that our SMC is up, we'll be able to siphon through any of those ice, should the chance arise. Which is a great place to be. Like, often an early siphon will give you the credits you need to set up. And there's a good chance that's the pop. I mean, he wouldn't be that worried about us running R&D at this stage of the game. Drive-by. Okay. So there's always a question whether you use your SMC for breaker or for your au revoir. And usually the answer is au revoir if the siphon play isn't going to happen right away. Here we can almost run the bank job if we feel like it. Yeah, let's see if we can bank job here. Yeah, this is good. We'll be able to pay 2 credits to get our bank job to go off, and we'll have a Corroder. We should be able to draw our Revoirs decently soon. And what's in there? We don't really know. I don't hate firing the drive-by at it, but I also don't hate just setting up. Yeah, let's set up. This is good to see. You need to draw cards in this deck or you won't find your au revoirs. You need to like power draw your deck as pretty much as quickly as possible. Only stopping to like seriously hamper the corp. Nice. This is what I hoped would happen. He's going to commit to this protecting him, and we're going to get the drive-by on whatever this is. Caprice. Perfect. Credit inside job, I think is what we need to do here. Really been enjoying this one copy of drive-by. When they don't pre-res, which is pretty often, you just get a ton of value. I guess I might as well snitch. And we'll not jack out, since if he reses, we'll get to skip it anyway. Let's see if he wants to get it resed. Yeah, I think he's going to want that resed later, so it doesn't hurt to pace 8 right now and get that resed. He doesn't know if we're on shutdown, so we could punish it that way. But we can't at least do it this turn, so he has time to shore up his HQ. So we're in somewhat bad shape to run the remote again. Tollbooth, probably one of the most annoying ice for this deck. It's not a tracer. So unlike some other big stuff like Assassin, we're not going to be able to just trace our way through it. But this is pretty acceptable. Let's go check HQ. Lotus Field. I'm gonna let this get rezzed actually. I want to put the Palop in if he doesn't react. If we had the Palop down, that will keep him off a score for a while. We still get our turning wheel counters, so that's all right. And this is, in fact, the pop. Excellent. We're kind of poor to trash Jackson this turn. I don't know if we should have trashed it. Because now he's going to get to draw some more ice. We could have just, like, played our Revoir. I guess we didn't really have the money to trash it if we wanted to get our turning wheel started. And this is a good one to get started. Celebrity gift. Let's see the goods. There's a food in there. There's an ash in there. And there's some... Assassin won't be any good for him. We probably can't even force him to res that because we've got double hopper already. He's not going to want to. So we know the rest of the agendas are in his deck. I think it's now a good time to hit R&D this turn. So we'll do R&D, jack out. Oh, now if we let the pup get res though, he's gonna be able to do some stuff with it. We just play hopper actually. Like if we let this ice get res, we can't snitch it. And if he doesn't install any other ice, we'll have a problem. Because he has the crick to cover his archives, so he's gonna be shutting that off pretty quickly. Yeah, now he's on the pre-res. Makes sense. So he's gonna slam that down. Good chance that's Nisei. Well, it could certainly also be the corporate sales team. And that should go. We don't have a way through that. I'm gonna pop the hopper, I think. Looking for another Revoir would be really good right now. Zoo would have been good to see as well, or SMC. We could siphon this turn, but now we're not siphoning. So we can now do our dig and see a few cards of R&D. It's not bad. We could fire off our laundries just for value on the archives for $3 a pop. It's kind of weak, but I don't want to laundry the Jackson because he will definitely use it. So we'll go archives for 1. Think about whether you want to discard any of these cards. This is Nisei. We're gonna have Nisei token to deal with, and that's gonna shut down our big turning wheel counter, because after you choose user turning wheel counters, they can use the Nisei counter. So it's really awkward for us. I think we just let it go through and do nothing this turn. Is it Nisei? No, it's a sales team. Okay, so our turning wheel dig is still on. Let's try again for Zoo. It's not Zoo, but it's actually decent for us. I don't mind seeing these cards. Earthrise. Trash Jackson. It's got to be done. He's probably going to pop it. I don't think he let us trash it. Well... I mean, he wants the Caprice and the Batty back. Yeah, I think you gotta use it there. So having spent 2 hoppers, his assassin is gonna get a little bit better. I think with 2 link, and we have a 3rd hopper now, so if we keep the 3rd hopper on the board, we'll have 3 link against assassin, which will render it in an awkward spot for him where it's not good enough to really res, but it's not completely worthless either. So the turn I'd like would be install zoo, siphon, remove both tags. And there's about a 10% chance of that happening. Otherwise, we're gonna probably let that happen. The SMC is at the worst possible time, in fact, because we've just installed all 4 of our things. So we can't use this without trashing any of these, and I think we need the snitch. So that's no good. That's very tragic for us. We can... We're probably going to discard this SMC, as much as that sucks. Enigma, okay. And we can play this card, but if he scores next turn, if he jams agenda, we're going to be in trouble. We just play Hopper. Yeah, I think we discard the SMC. Usually the memory is not a problem. Usually you don't have all 4 of these in the board already when you get your SMC. It's just now that we're getting a bit hosed for it. It's got 18 cards, one of which is Zoo. One of which is Shrike, which we're gonna hopefully not need to install. And we saw he played a food, so if there's food in the deck and not feature perfect, that'll make our big dig quite a bit better. He's jamming food right now. And none of these cards are Zoo, but we could special order, siphon, Palop, and take this food. No, we don't really do clicks for that and the money. Because if this keeps us out, I think he's getting that food. What do we got? Okay, Assassin against 3-link. Awkward for us, but not too bad. As long as we have like a roughly equal money total, we'll be fine with that. So we'll get our Zoo on the board. And what are we going to discard here? I think we need the freedom 100%. Probably the quality time is better than the Earthrise. It'll give us cards in a hurry if we need them. But we're getting close to the end of our deck anyway. So if he rolls food, we will run Siphon, I think. Well, we're not really rich enough to run Siphon on him. Maybe we'll do Gamble Siphon. We saw Caprice in there, we saw Crick in there. We still don't know what our cards are. So say we run Siphon and he reses to go to 11. We're paying 3. He can boost the trace to pump and kill our breaker, which is no good. So we can't run this assassin yet. It might be the turn to just burn all these counters. Hope he's not playing Snare. We respect Snare. We could do Freedom, run last click here to see everything. We better save a click to get rid of a tag. I don't want to lose my turning wheel. Oh no, I do. We're gonna use it up. And then we got a second one. So the benefit of having 2 turning wheels, you can take an unexpected tag and lose 1, and then put the second one down later, and no real loss to you. Kind of like freedom, run for the money, and then run again last click to avoid paying on the Enigma. And we'll have 6 cards for double snare. Seems okay. Let's do that. Yeah. And now we can snitch on this one after we let both these get rezzed. So we got Enigma pop here, no problem for us, and we'll see additional 7 cards, or 6 cards, because it's 2 each. And worst case, we'll know what he has here. And if he doesn't have the last agenda he needs, he'll have to dig a long ways to find it. Best case, we win outright, but that's not super likely. Don't want to risk taking net damage and hitting the Revoir. This is still a good card for us. Yeah, the pull-up's alright too. Yeah, best case scenario, win outright. Cool. Good old freedom. I find this card is amazing. Like, there's a lot of these food decks where they have a lot of 2s, and then getting that last point is awkward for us. So having control over it and being able to pop it whenever you're going for the big run is pretty sweet. Really like it. So I think Glacier has a tough time against this kind of deck. If you can at least slow him down a little bit, like we took that first agenda off of him and that was key. Take the first one and then you can get set up while they're trying to score to 7. They can get to, in this case, they get to 5 off, you'll see the 1-4. But for them to close out is tough. And we've got 2 Paul-Op in here and a Councilman, so we've got answers to the most frequent case of like Caprice, Batty. We were in good shape to follow up with like Siphon, Roving Tags, and I don't know if our Siphon play would have been that great though. Caprice the remote, or yeah, okay. Interesting stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.